Hello and welcome to Military Mayday. We're pointing out a few pieces on the chessboard. Got a couple articles for you here. Putin's threat to civilian airlines using an electronic weapon. The other one's going to be Putin Ally Issues Warning on how big war with NATO will begin. Now this ally of Putin, it's the ex-president. He's been known to say some lavish, crazy things, but he is probably repeating what he's told to repeat, in my opinion. This here, they're going to say it's got more than, it might be another use, but it's probably all of them. It'll probably have 2 or 3 uses. That's the way militaries are. They, in fact, if you look into radar, you find out that it's got 2 or 3 different uses. I can't remember what they are. It's been so long since I've heard about it, but there's all kinds of stuff they'll get more than one use out of. They can use it multiple ways. There's the whatever up in Alaska. I can't think. Aurora, I think it is. It's got more than one use. Anyway, like, subscribe if you like the information. Try to get this out. People need to know about this stuff. Let's get started here. A top secret Russian electronic weapon allegedly based in Kaliningrad has been jamming GPS technologies on flights and ships across the eastern flank of NATO, Western intelligence services fear. Now, they haven't stated for a fact. They got some pictures, but generally just got an idea of what it is because U.S. has got these too. It's not like they don't know what these things look like. There's been disruption in the GPS guidance in air and sea traffic in Finland, the Baltic states, and Poland, according to the Estonia's military chief. What we have seen is malfunctioning of GPS for ships and air traffic. General Martin Harem, commander of Estonia, told the Telegraph, and we really don't know if they want to achieve something or just practice or test their equipment. The suspected electronic weapons causing this is likely based in Russia's military site in Kaliningrad, sitting between Lithuania and Poland, according to the Western intelligence finding. Here it is. This is supposed to be the 2 dishes. The suspected electronic weapon causing the disruption is likely based in Russia's military site in Kaliningrad, sitting between Lithuania and Poland, according to the Western intelligence finding. So this is it. Don't really know what these are. I don't really see much. I guess those are buildings. The fixed jamming system is called Tobo and is said to be one of less than 10 weapons in use across Russia. It reported looks like a large satellite dish, but the images circulating on social media claiming to show the device could not be verified. The fixed jamming system is said to be one of, it reportedly looks like a large satellite dish, could not be verified. An expert in electronic warfare said the satellite dish could be used to disrupt GPS technology in several directions, which could protect Kaliningrad from potential incoming missiles. So what he's saying is that it works the opposite, is that it detects incoming GPS. It doesn't push out signals to mess with them. But I'm betting it does them both, and it's probably got another use also. Dr. Thomas Withington, who works at the Royal United States think tank, told the Telegraph that the device was likely used as a defensive weapon due to Putin's fears over GPS-led weapons available to other countries. Causing a GPS disruption, these usually highly accurate missiles could result in them missing their target. However, if the weapon is used against civilian rather than military targets, it can wreak havoc for commercial airlines. Yeah, exactly. It can be used both ways. Vessels have other means of navigation available at cause of concern. Any long-lasting GPS disruption could cause chaos in logistics as delivery drivers rely on them to reach their destinations. This comes as a shelling attack. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get here. Who works at Royal Institute thinks it a defensive weapon. Okay. Military administration for Ukraine's semi-region. Blah blah blah. That's just all about war. He added he doesn't think the GPS targeting weapons are part of Russia's immediate preparations for potential NATO clash with Russia in the next decade or two. But, I mean, why wouldn't he think that that would be used? That would obviously be used. I would use it. You would use it. U.S. would use it. Putin Ally Issues Stark Warning. Dmitry Medvedev, former president of Russia and a staunch ally of current Russian President Putin, warned in a social media post on Friday about the potential for a big war with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Medvedev's comments came in a post discussing recent military training drills held by NATO's members of NATO and Sweden that commenced in mid-January and are scheduled to run until May. The Steadfast Defender 2024 exercise has been deemed the largest of the alliance since the days of the Cold War, with 90,000 troops participating as well as 50 aircraft carriers, 80 fighter jets, 1,100 vehicles being deployed. The goal of the exercise is to test and refine NATO's defense plans for reinforcing European defense against a near-peer adversary, according to the statement from NATO. NATO's announcement about the operation did not mention Russia by name, though based on documents from the military alliance obtained by Reuters, Russia is viewed as the biggest security threat to its members NATO nations. One of the primary goals of the exercise will be to demonstrate NATO's ability to rapidly deploy forces from North America and other parts of the alliance to reinforce in defense of Europe. Writing in an extended social media post on Friday, a Russian social media network, Medvedev, who currently serves as the deputy chairman for the Security Council of Russia, described the organizers of the Steadfast Defender 2024 as Western politicians who have shit their pants, and their mediocre generals in NATO have once again decided to scare us. If he's saying this, it's because he's allowed to, and Putin's probably ordered him to. He also claimed that Russia would never initiate a first strike against a NATO member nation, but did also claim that the country would respond to any potential aggression against its own integrity or increased NATO association with Ukraine, and warned of a big war that would follow. This will mean only one thing: a big war from which NATO will. All reasonable people in the West understand this, but if they play too hard and encroach on the integrity of our country, they will instantly receive an adequate response. This will mean only one thing: a big war from which NATO will no longer turn away. The same thing will happen if any NATO country begins to provide its airfields to Bandera's supporters or quarters to its troops with neo-Nazis. They will certainly become a legitimate target for our armed forces and will be mercilessly destroyed as enemies. All helmets with NATO symbols today swaggeringly rattle their weapons not far from our borders should remember this. Yeah, and you don't want fucking blue helmets in your backyard either, trust me. In a previous comment about the potential of a civil war in the United States, a spokesperson for the U.S. Department of State dismissed the legitimacy of his talking points as standard Kremlin nonsense. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's nonsense or not. 90,000 groups of forces and 31 naval. Yeah, we just went over that. Yeah, I don't think it's nonsense. I think he's being ordered to say that. And it's just muscle flexing. But we are getting closer and closer to some sort of a striking point. I don't really know when or where. I'm thinking the end of the year, first of next year. Is it going to be cyber attack, a small nuke? I mean, I don't know. Is it going to be another? Is it going to be another illness? Another illness coming around? Don't know, guys. You tell me. What do you think? Hit the comments if you want to. Until then, like and subscribe, and toodaloo.